Hey, welcome to Made for More Leadership Podcast. My name is Aaron Burke. I'm super pumped that you're with us today. Make sure that you like and subscribe and share this. We are so pumped about how many people are tuning in, listening to it, sharing it with their friends. Every time you guys tag me on Instagram, it just makes me happy. And I'm really believing that this stuff is helping people become all that God has called them to be. We're raising up some leaders. And today, I'm here with one of my good friends, a great leader, a great pastor. His name is Nate Clark. Nate, welcome to Made for More. Give people a little bit of background. What do you do? Where are you at? Kind of give us your story.
Yes, so good to be here, Pastor Aaron. Thanks so much for having me. From Richmond, Virginia, me and my wife, Anna, born and raised there. Spent some time doing itinerant ministry on the road, preaching, and planted Oasis Church just a little bit over a year ago. So we are...
What a time to plant a church.
Come on.
I mean, you planted it and then went right into COVID.
Our 6-month birthday as a church was our last service.
Wow.
Before shutdown.
Talk about leading through crisis.
Yeah, so it's been a journey. It's been really, really fun. Lots of challenges, but we're a year into this thing. Still feel like we're fresh.
Absolutely.
Church planters. So
all right, so if somebody knows people in Richmond and they're looking for a church, how do they get involved? How do they know about what you're doing?
Yes. So if you're in Richmond, you can find us online, oasischurch.online. Shoot me a message. I'd love to connect you. We are currently getting our new facility ready. It's going to be ready just in time for the holidays and the new year. And
Sweet.
So we're excited to get in there and keep building God's church in Richmond, Virginia.
I love it. All right, so we're going to do like a rapid fire of some questions just to let people know you a little bit more. I think these are always fun. Favorite Netflix show?
Prison Break.
Prison Break. I've watched
Yeah,
the
we've
first
watched
season.
it like 3 or 4 times all the way through, me and my wife.
Is it worth watching a second time?
I don't know. Debatable.
That's awesome.
I say yes.
All right, a great book that you've read. Other than the Bible, obviously, you're a pastor.
So, just finished one called God Has a Name by John Mark Comer.
Okay.
Really good read.
Really?
God Has a Name.
Okay, we'll check that out.
Yeah.
All right, favorite cereal? Are you a cereal guy?
Not really. If I was, definitely Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Ooh, that's my stuff. That's my jam.
It's like candy.
I know. All right, I've asked this question because I think it tells a lot about people.
Yeah.
So if you could remove a fast food restaurant off of the planet, like nobody would ever be able to eat there again, which one would you remove?
Hardee's.
Don't you
For
say
sure.
Hardee's. You have never had a Hardee's breakfast.
No, that's all I've ever had because you don't ever go there for anything else. I go there for breakfast occasionally with my grandfather.
It's so
and
good.
I'm the only person under 60 in the building. And we have a nice little breakfast biscuit.
Yep.
And it's average.
Oh, it's so good. You know what they did about Hardee's? It was like there was a period about 10 years ago where all the fast food restaurants tried to get healthier. And Hardee's said, we're going to do the opposite.
Yeah, we're getting worse.
We're going to get worse. And they've clogged a lot of arteries.
But, they're like,
but I enjoy
here's our
it.
new burger with mozzarella sticks, jalapenos, and onion rings. And
that sounds amazing. So that leads us into our topic today, which is that of fitness.
Yes.
The importance of fitness. Fitness is one of my favorite subjects. I've got a whole fitness thing that's rolling out in 2021 that I'm really pumped about. But we're going to talk about fitness and the life of the leader. So kind of give us a little bit of your background on this. Why is this a passion of yours?
So first of all, I'll say you took me to CrossFit yesterday.
Of course I did.
And it kicked my butt, destroyed me.
Of course.
It was fun. My background in fitness is from a cardio side. I just ran. I was a runner. Like that was I ran my first 5K with my dad. Okay. He kind of caught a running bug, and it was kind of a fun thing for us to do together. As a 5th grader, he signed us up for this 5K in town. And just ran it with like my long basketball shorts and my big basketball shoes, like just clunking along the road. And it just caught the bug. It started cross country in 6th grade, track. And so all the way through middle school, high school, and beyond was just running year round nonstop. That was my thing. I was known in high school as like, is the runner guy. Nate's the runner.
Awesome.
He's running through the woods around the track. Like he's the runner. So just caught this bug to just be active, be on the move. And that just be healthy. That was my thing. That was my go-to.
Have you done anything since then? Like, I mean, you're running. Like, have you ran anything substantial?
Yeah. So I'd like to do my first marathon. I haven't done my first marathon yet. I did a half last year. Was
it hard?
No, it was fun. It was
Really?
good. It was a good distance where it was doable without being miserable.
Okay.
You know, out of high school, since I did it so much, I just was really burned out. I was like, oh my gosh, I just need to. So I started cycling.
Really?
And really have done more cycling than running the last 5 years.
Okay.
But the year leading up to our church plant, I started running again. That was kind of like that was my like prayer time, alone time, dream time, prep time, was just hit the park and go run. And so the last year or so has been more running than biking, but have loved the cycle piece of it as well.
So what I have found is leaders get super busy, and kind of the thing that gets put on the back burner first is their fitness. When I planted the church here 2013, I started going out to eat with people all the time, meeting with people all the time.
Yes.
I gained about 40 pounds. And I remember just looking at myself in a video, and I was like, I'm fat. Like, I've got an issue.
Yeah.
So it became a huge passion of mine. So for those leaders that are out there that go, that's great you run, Aaron, that's great you do CrossFit, it's great. It's not a priority for me. Why should fitness be a priority for a leader?
I found in my life, I call fitness a domino habit.
Ooh,
it's a domino habit.
Okay, explain that.
So it's a domino habit because it's a good habit. I think everybody can agree with it. Like, fitness, workout, that's a good habit.
Yep.
But it's a domino habit because it forces me to do other good habits.
Okay.
So for example, if I know 4 weeks from now I have to run a half marathon, so now I'm more intentional about my training over the next 4 weeks, even day to day. If I know today after work at 6 p.m. I'm meeting some guys to do a training run, I'm going to make a better lunch decision today in what I'm eating because I know 4 hours from now I've got to go run. So now it didn't just help me in my run tonight, it helped my lunch decision today. It helped my decision to schedule and plan my day. So it's a habit that causes me to do other good habits. It makes me more aware of how I'm scheduling my time. It makes me a lot more aware of what I'm eating. It makes me a lot more aware of maybe doing some stretches in the morning or doing some other things, taking the right vitamins, doing the right things. So it's a domino habit that is not just one good thing, but it forces me into 3 or 4 other good things at the same time.
It's brilliant. Never heard it put like that, but it's very true.
Yeah.
Because it is, man, we've all had those moments where we've showed up to work out and we made some terrible decisions before it.
Yes.
But then there's other times where I'll exercise and it'll be a few hours after that because I'm a morning exercise guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to ruin that exercise with a bad meal.
For sure.
So it changes everything.
For sure.
You set your alarm different because you wake up at a different time when you exercise. It's brilliant for everybody's life.
Yep.
All right. Specifically leaders, like how can they challenge themselves, man, to make this a habit worth doing? Like for some of those people that go, I hate exercise. I hate it. I mean, you found your thing with cycling. I found my thing with CrossFit. Like encourage leaders to, what do they do?
For sure. That's so real. And there's people in my family who talk about this. They're like, fitness, the only fitness I do is fitness whole pizza in my mouth. Like I hate fitness, right? But it's like find an area of it, you know. So for you it's like CrossFit. For me it's, hey, go run a half marathon, go bike this trail or whatever. It's like you might hate biking, hate running, hate CrossFit. Like that's fine, but I guarantee you there's something that you like out there. Like for us in Richmond, we're on a river in our city, and so it's big in outdoor games, outdoor sports. So rock climbing, kayaking, mountain biking. I mean, all kinds of stuff where you're out, you're active. Playing golf, like don't get the golf cart, walk. You know, like
I've never experienced that, but I can imagine.
It's good for you. Jesus is on the golf course.
Is he?
So it's, you know, find something. Like it's true in all other spaces of our life. It's like if we know something's important, you prioritize and you make a sacrifice, or you find a way to get it in your life. Right. So that it fits. You know, we don't all have to run a marathon. We don't all have to do CrossFit. But it's like there is something that fits who you are, that fits something that gets you excited, that you can find to get up, get moving. So find what it is for you. Find what it's different in Tampa Bay than in Richmond. Y'all have different things available to you here than we do in Richmond, you know, depending on where you are and what things you have in your neighborhood or whatever. But there's a way.
Okay, so for the leaders that are listening to this and they go, okay, I've tried this stuff, I don't find it makes a difference, or I'm too busy. Yeah. How do you change their mind?
I would say, so I was thinking about this because I knew we were going to talk about this. the idea of fitness to me, it creates a win for you in some area that gives you confidence in another. So for example,
Ooh, that's really good.
So for example,
yeah.
It creates a win for you that gives you confidence in other areas to get wins. So a great example of this, and this hits home here in Tampa, Tom Brady.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm not a big Brady fan myself. But I respect the guy.
You have to respect the
You
guy.
cannot respect him.
Of course.
Like, I think he's the GOAT.
He is. Absolutely.
But anyway, so they did like a little series on him a year or two ago on Facebook. I don't know if you saw that, where it was kind of his.
I didn't, but I can imagine.
It was really good.
Okay.
So it's his personal life. It's not his on the field games and plays.
Right.
It's like, here's what I'm doing in the morning. Here's my diet. Here's what I'm doing with my coach. Here's the stretches I'm doing. Here's my practice routine. Here's my fitness. Here's what I'm doing off the field. And it was so eye-opening to say, like, oh my gosh, this guy disciplines himself.
Yes.
He puts so much money into his personal fitness, puts so much attention, so much focus. He's like, you could argue he's obsessed with being the best, getting these fitness wins off the field. And so then when you see him on the field, like, I don't know how many times, the stat will be out there, he's had game-winning drives in the fourth quarter, playoffs, Super Bowl. He's just done it, and he does it and makes it look easy. And everybody that's a fan, everybody sitting at home, every sports fan is just, oh my gosh, how can you believe that he did it again? Oh. Yeah. But then when you look at Tom Brady and you know, they go ask him about it, he's always just like, yeah, we just went down the field and scored.
Right.
You know, it's not like that big of a win for him. And I think because, I mean, it is, but I think because he has bigger wins, like it's more difficult for him to do everything he does off the field in all of his disciplines so that's so difficult, but he gets the win there. So then when it's time to just have a fourth quarter drive, he's kind of like, oh yeah, I got that.
Absolutely.
Like this last year, I've been disciplined in my personal life. I've been disciplined in my diet. I've been disciplined in my practice. So a game-winning drive in 2 minutes, like, sure, you know. And so for all of us as leaders, like, give yourself the challenge. Okay, I'm going to improve in my fitness.
Yep.
I'm going to go to CrossFit 5 days a week for the next 6 months. I'm going to run a marathon this year. I'm going to fill in the blank and get that win under your belt. And that's a difficult win,
right?
Which is what we're talking about. It's like, oh, how can I do that? Oh my gosh, I hate it. Oh my gosh, that's so challenging. Oh my gosh, I don't have time. Like, all those are true. That's why it's difficult.
No, it's very good. I've heard it said that people do not rise to the occasion. They fall to their level of training.
For sure.
So you don't rise to the occasion. You always fall to your level of training.
Yeah.
So you're saying, man, this gives you training beforehand, before you're even in the game.
Yeah.
With every area. Now, what I love about this is because there's a lot of people listening and they're like, listen, I'm not playing football. I'm not,
right.
I don't have to do it. It's something that involves physical exercise.
Right.
But what I've found is it helps me in my mind release frustration. It gives me time to think.
Yeah.
It gives me, it releases chemicals in your body that helps me become a greater leader everywhere.
Yeah.
Just because I exercise.
For sure.
Have you seen this in your life? So.
Yeah. It just, again, it gives me wins elsewhere that gives me confidence. Like, I just ran a half marathon. Of course I can build a team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
if I can win in this area, I can win in that area.
Yeah. Like, of course, I just ran a half marathon. Of course I can start a new campus.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just did this. Of course I can do that. It just makes the challenge. Again, it's a win in a different area that gives you the confidence to say, like, hey, bring it on. I can do that. I've proven I can do something that's difficult. So now I've got confidence to go do something else difficult in a different area. Like you said, it's disconnected from, like you said, we're not playing football professionally. We're not doing that. But it gives us the confidence and the reps to know we can be disciplined. We can get wins. And so I can apply that to any area of my life and ministry.
Okay, connect it with people's spiritual health. How does being physically healthy connect people with their spiritual health?
Well, Paul talks about this in the scripture. He's talking to Timothy and he says, hey, physical training is good, which I like that he says that because he acknowledges, like,
it's a great statement.
Hey, your life is going to be better if you're healthy, But he says it's got value, but godliness has value for all things. He says he's writing to the church in Corinth, and he's comparing our physical race to our spiritual walk to a physical race. Right. And he says, when you're training for the race, what do? You go into strict training. You run as to win the prize. In both of those passages, Paul is comparing physical training to spiritual health. Like he's saying, hey, like you would train physically for something, train to be godly. So if I'm going to get stronger over the next year, what do I have to do? Well, I have to go to the gym and lift weights today.
Right.
And when I get home today, I am not going to be any stronger.
Right.
I'm going to actually probably feel worse and weaker and pain because I just worked out. But for me to get stronger over the next year, what would I have to do tomorrow? Go work out again.
Absolutely.
And the next day, go work out again. And the next day, go work out again. And so over the period of a few days, a few weeks, a few months, a few years, guess what would begin to happen? Well, of course, you get stronger.
Yep.
You'd see progress. And so I think the Apostle Paul he's pulling on the physical training to say like, hey, just like you train physically, train to be godly. So there's people that have come to Christ and they're a new creation in Christ, but they've still got old habits and old things they're trying to get out of their life as they're trying to follow Jesus. And Paul's encouragement would be like, hey, pursue God today.
It's really good.
Like, well, my life's not really that different. I tried to pray, I tried to read the Bible, but
Right.
I'm still struggling.
Right.
Hey, that's okay. Do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, very
Man,
good.
I'm still struggling. Oh gosh, tomorrow. Keep going. And what would happen? Day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out. Guess what? They begin to grow. They begin to look more like
So
Jesus.
good.
And so, again, training physically even gives you a physical picture of like, hey, this is how I need to be pursuing Jesus. Like, man, this workout is difficult. Man, I had to push through some pain.
Right.
Man, this was tough to prioritize. It's like, hey, in my walk with Christ, this is going to be difficult.
So good.
I'm going to have to push through some pain. There's going to be days I don't want to follow Jesus, but I got to do it because I've got my eyes on the goal, and Jesus has called me to walk out this journey with him. And so they parallel so well.
There's so many parallels. The idea that, okay, well, I'm not going to go to church because my life is not all together.
Yep.
That's the same thing as I'm not going to go to the gym because I'm already in
Yes.
perfect shape physically. No, you go to the gym because you need to be in shape.
Yes.
You need that. There's so many parallels with it. Okay. So hopefully, depending on when this airs, there's people that are, in a fresh start, new season. They're going, yeah, you've inspired me. I'm ready to start.
Yep.
How do we do this? What do you encourage leaders to do?
Get a goal, get a target, get it,
Yep.
If you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time, right? So it's like, get a goal. So for me, again, just talk with me, like I'm not going to be good at training if I don't sign myself up for a race and pay money for the race. I'm like, I just paid money for this thing.
So I want to hit on what you just said because I've taught this for years.
Yeah.
Not on this podcast, but I think it's important to say there's a difference between I'm a person that exercises and I'm a person that trains.
For sure.
You just said get a goal because then you will train towards it. If you just go to exercise, you will quit every time. So that's why I constantly am putting a goal out there, a plan. I'm doing this competition. I'm doing this 5K. I'm doing this event with my family, and I'm gonna exercise for that goal, which is called training.
Yes.
So it's not just exercising; you're training now.
For sure. You got to have a target to aim at. So I would say do that. Particularly when it comes to fitness, having other people with you is always a win.
Community.
Yes.
You have to have
a great chance to get together with people.
Yep.
Hey, let's go to the gym. Hey, let's go on a run. Hey, let's go on a bike ride.
There's days you're not going to want to do it.
No,
and
but if you know you're going to leave your brother or sister hanging out there by themselves, you'll show up.
No, there's days I would not go if it wasn't for the fact that I know some people are relying on me being there. I got to show up.
100%. And then if you do CrossFit, you have to post a picture every day.
Every day. You got to let someone know. It is the first rule of any exercise. You let them know that you're exercising.
And then people start to see, he hasn't posted in a while. Is he done?
Here's another rule. Can I just encourage you? I'm going to look right in the camera for those that are on YouTube. If you are going to post a before picture, have an after picture ready to go. Because nobody wants to see the before picture. And then if they see you in a few months from now and you haven't changed, they just go, well, the before is who they are.
Yeah.
Like, you better have a good after ready to go.
That reminds me, have you seen, it's like a meme or something where there's before and after picture and it's like, wow, look at the transformation. And the after picture is a totally different person that's like super fit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they quit halfway and they just put a different person in there.
That is awesome.
So don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to close this thing out and we're going to make sure that people can get connected with you. How can they find you on social media?
Instagram at Nate Clark _.
Okay. We are so pumped that Nate is with us. It's been a fun discussion on fitness, Great leadership talk. I'm telling you, I really believe that your discipline is what will separate you from everybody else. And really, it's not just your discipline in your task and your time management. It's also discipline with your body.
Yeah.
Here's one statement I've always lived by, and I'll close with this one, is here's why I exercise. Because I want to live as long as I can with as much energy as I can to make a big enough difference that I can.
That's great.
And the only way to do that is you got to take care of your body.
For sure.
This is a gift from God. So you got to take care of it. So Nate, it's a great talk. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this content, and we have new content dropping every first Wednesday of the month. And I hope you enjoyed it because you truly are made for more.